Good morning, students. We will continue our discussion of addressing mode. So, in the previous class, we studied about almost 4 kinds of addressing modes. Firstly, we discussed about immediate, followed by direct or absolute, register, indirect. So these are the 4 addressing modes we discussed in the previous class. Okay, addressing modes specially, the aim of addressing modes is to specify that where to get the operands from. It is a means for the ALU to know to where to fetch from the operands, from where to fetch the operands. Okay, so the addressing modes tell us how to get the operand. In immediate addressing mode, the operand is directly provided in the instruction itself. In direct or absolute addressing mode, what happens? The effective address, that is the address where the operand is, that is called the effective address. The effective address is directly provided in the instruction. That's why it's called absolute addressing mode. In register addressing mode, what happens is the operands, the effective address of the operands is directly given in the register itself. The register gives you the effective address. Okay. In register indirect, what happens is the register contains the addresses which can lead us to the effective address. Once we get the effective address, we can access the operand from those effective address. Okay. So in register indirect addressing mode, instead of directly giving us with the effective address as in register mode, it gives us the address of the effective address. So register indirect mode specifies the address of effective address. Okay. I hope it is clear until now. We will move forward with the next type of addressing mode. So next is auto-increment, auto-decrement, auto-increment or decrement. Auto-increment or auto-decrement addressing mode. Okay. So what happens in auto-increment or decrement mode is that we are given with the register with the effective address itself, and once we obtain the operand from the effective address, that is after the execution of the instruction, the register contents is directly incremented. Okay. So in auto-increment addressing mode, after the execution of the instruction, the content of the register is automatically incremented. Same is the case with decrement. In auto-decrement addressing mode, after the execution of the instruction, once the operand is fetched, the content of the register is automatically decremented. So how is this look like? Add, that is opcode. This is opcode. Suppose opcode is add, operation is add. What we can do is we can specify one register. Okay, this is the first operand we have to get from the register. The register contains the effective address, and here we will say R2 plus. Okay, that means we have to get the effective address, that is the operand for R1, and the second operand from R2. Once it is executed, once it is added, the content of R2 is automatically incremented. For example, the effective address is, that is R1 contains 1000 and R2 contains suppose 2000. Okay, so we go to memory suppose 5 and 2000 contains suppose 8 and 2001 contains suppose 9 and 2002 contains suppose 10 and it follows. So now first on seeing this we have to go to R1, that is effective address is 1000 and 1000 contains the operand. Okay, so 5 is fetched. Here 2000, we refer to 2000 and we get the operand, that is 8, and since it is addition operation, the opcode is add, we have to perform the addition operation. Once it is executed, this thing, that is content of R2 is automatically incremented, that is it is changed to 2001. Again the execution is continued. Okay, this time it will, the effective address is changed to 2001. After the execution again it repeats, it is incremented to 2002. Okay, so the effective address is again changed to the next address. So this way auto increment or auto decrement works. So what happens in auto decrement? Same case, but we have to change this plus sign as minus R2. It is decremented. Each time it is decremented. So suppose we are referring to 2002 first. Effective address is 2002. So once 10 is fetched, 10 plus 5 is done, that is addition is performed. After that, it is automatically decremented to 2001, followed by again automatically decremented to 2000. So each time execution is done, the content of a register is automatically incremented or decremented in such kind of mode, that is auto increment or decrement mode. Okay, so I hope it is clear. So we will move forward to the next addressing mode. So next addressing mode is, I can say, implied. Implied addressing mode. It is very similar to immediate addressing mode. What happens in immediate addressing mode? The operand itself is directly provided in the instruction, isn't it? But here in implied mode, we just have the opcode. We do not specify any operand explicitly. We do not give anything for the operand itself. Why? As the name says, the operand is directly implied in the instruction. Suppose one such example is CSA, which is opcode. So it is one of the operation in which the carry flag is set to 0. So this is implied. So in the carry flag, as soon as the ALU get this type of operation, it sets the carry flag to 0. Okay, it resets it, we can say. So similarly, some other example are like jump. It is also an instruction in which the operation is to jump, that is to shift the control. Okay, so what happens in jump is, wherever the control is, it will directly move to the address where PC is pointing to, that is program counter. Wherever program counter is pointing to, whichever address, to that address jump goes. Okay, so we need not specify any operand here because the operand is directly implied in the instruction itself. Okay, same is the case with, suppose I check. You will study later in data structure. I will teach you what a stack is and what are its operation. In stack we have pop operation. Pop operation does something. It always removes a particular type of element from the stack. Stack is a type of data structure. Like we have arrays, we have strings. Similarly, we have stack. And from the stack, you can think like it's a bag which has some kind of items. Item 1, item 2. And pop operation always retrieves the topmost item. Okay, so it always retrieves the top, whatever is visible on the top, which is, we have to retrieve that. So once we call pop, what the ALU will do? From the stack it will get the top element is popped out. Okay, this is how. Here we need not specify any operand. The ALU will understand that I have to just get the top element out. Okay, so this is how implied addressing mode works. Okay. Next is, moving forward, we will discuss about some of the relative addressing modes. Okay, relative addressing modes are of three types. So one is PC relative or index addressing mode, we can say. Second is index. Third is base index. Okay, these are the three types of relative or indexed addressing mode. So what happens in relative and indexed addressing mode? Here, along with one operand, we have to get the address of, that is effective address we have to get. No? In any addressing mode, we have to always aim for getting the effective address. In some addressing mode, effective address is directly given. In some addressing mode, effective address is given in the register. In some addressing mode, the effective address is not provided. Instead, the address of effective address is provided. So the aim is to always reach to the effective address so that we can get the operand. That's the idea. Okay. So here, effective address is retrieved by adding some number to it. Okay. Now, this addition with some address to get the effective address is called relative or indexed. Okay, that means we are adding some extra value to get the effective address. So here in all of three addressing relative addressing modes, we will get the effective address as address plus some displacement. That is, we have to add something to get the effective address. Effective address is obtained in some indirect means. You directly don't get the effective address. Here, in all these three modes, what happens is we have to retrieve the effective address by adding some value. Okay? So, we will discuss one by one in the next class. Okay? So, if you have any doubt, post your doubt in the comment section or you can directly mail. Okay? That's all. Thank you.